As I was driving through the woods, I stumbled upon a singing tree. Oh my goodness. Knowledge brings light. A singing tree lights your path. Come away with me on a journey of knowledge. Let me tell you a story from the green tales of Singing Tree. This is Africa. Hello, children all over the world. And hello to you too, dear Mumbi.
Great to be here with you too, Grandma Wura. And thank you for the hot chocolate. I really can't wait for one of your green tales about Singing Tree, which will help me to know a lot more about how I can be a part of saving and caring for the earth like she does.
Absolutely. But first, I shall be telling you about how Singing Tree came to be.
Oh, wow!
This is Africa.
A long, long time ago, in a far, far away land, was a village called Ngani. A village right across the riverbed, known for its beautiful scenery. The village flourished on the skills of its fishermen and hard-working women who took care of their homes and children. Ngani was a traveler's paradise. In a little hut right in the village near the borderlines lived a young teenage girl with the most beautiful voice called Matesa. Matesa had become so very ill, and none of the village doctors could cure her of her illness.
I am sorry, there is nothing else we can do. We have tried all we can.
But regardless of Matesa's death-threatening illness and the weakness that she felt, Matesa had the company and consolation of her dreams whenever she fell asleep. These dreams kept her strong, happy, and energized. Yes, dreams. And every night Matesa would dream about nature, the trees, plants, and sometimes the fishes of the beautiful streams and rivers of Ngani. It all felt like nature was calling out to her and had chosen her to protect and save it. Despite the wonderful scenery and beauty of Ngani village, the people had practices that could ruin the peace and flourishing nature of the village, all of which polluted their waters and killed their fishes. As a result, disaster struck and many troubles befell Ngani. Their main source of food and trade, which was the river, no longer gave them fish. They wondered why all of this was happening to them and happening to the waters they had relied on for so long. It was all a mystery to them, but not to Matesa, for Matesa had seen all of these in her dreams. She alone understood that the bad habits and wrong practices of the villagers were affecting and polluting the waters, and that all the bad things happening were no one's fault but that of the people of Ngani. Matesa resolved in her heart that she was going to find a solution to teaching her people the right practices and habits to imbibe every day. No matter how weak Matesa felt, she would go over to the riverbank and observe it in order to find a way of restoring its freshness and cleanness. Eventually, she found a way for the villagers to use the water for their basic needs without harming it or harming themselves in the process. Instead of washing directly in the river, earthen pots would be used to fetch from it and do things outside it and not inside of the river.
Oh, no. Don't wash inside the stream. You pollute it.
Therefore, there was to be no more bathing in the river. The villagers would fetch water and take their baths behind their huts to do whatever they needed water for. Matesa shared and taught these ideas and solutions to her people. These little shifts in the people of Ngani's practices and lives started to bring about a positive effect on the quality of the water, and soon enough, the fishes returned. But sadly, as the days went by, Matesa seemed to get weaker and weaker. Soon, unusual green spots began to appear on her skin. The traditional doctors predicted that she would not have much time to live anymore, for she had been chosen by nature. Matesa's family were advised to prepare for her departure, but still, Matesa did not let this weigh her down. As she continued teaching the villagers how to maintain their rivers and streams, plant more trees, and preserve the earth. Sometimes she would sound these lessons in beautiful lullabies to the children, in songs and rhythmic patterns to the adults. One night, when the wind had gone still and all of nature seemed to hold its breath, Matesa's life hit a climax, and with the last breath drawn, Matesa's life's symphonies all came to an end. She was laid to rest as Ngani's silence lingered in her absence. Matesa had changed, protected, and cared for Ngani until she drew her last breath. On the day Matesa was buried, the clouds let down their tears and wept for this young guardian who had served and protected nature all her young life. As the days went by, a mysterious-looking tree with glowing leaves soon began to grow on the mound of Matesa's grave. It stood out from among the other trees. It had a similar figure to that of a young woman. Sometimes, Matesa's mother would stop and smile at this very unique tree. Everyone was silent about something they knew in their hearts but did not want to say out loud. And every night, when the village closed its eyes, a familiar voice that sang the children to sleep was heard from a distance as each pair of eyes closed up and drifted gently to an awaiting new day. Soon, this tree was never again to be seen, almost as if it never existed. But Matesa's mother knew in her heart that her beautiful Matesa had gone on an adventure to protect the earth, like she did in Ngani. For Matesa had become the guardian of nature, the singing tree. The end.
This is Africa.
Green Tale, we learned that just like the villagers in the story, we also pollute the water and cause problems in our environment. Polluting the water could cause various problems such as diseases, sickness, and even water shortage. So let's care for our waters and not pollute them with our waste and other human activities. See you in the next Green Tale. Bye-bye!
This is Africa.
This podcast series is supported by Africa No Filter in partnership with MasterCard Foundation.
Listen to the earth's cry to protect our motherland. So come with me on the journey far and wide to find the truth and set it free. With memories, we'll light the way.